very much. So can you see the presentation? Can you hear me?
We are seeing the presentation.
Yeah. For some reason I can't see it. So, okay, so it's good to start.
Yeah.
No? Okay. Yeah, my name is Alex Breedy. Yeah, and I will be covering the investigation research paper for development dynamic Geo-Line software for learning geometry, usability assessment. Yeah, professors included in this project are Diego Avila-Pesantez, Silva, and Miriam Avila from Ecuador, from the Politécnica School of Chimborazo, and myself from the Oregon Institute of Technology from Oregon, United States. Yeah, for the content, we will be covering 10 items, yeah, which are historical background, solution problems and foundation of action of the problem, objectives, literature review, methods and techniques, software evaluation, data analysis, conclusions, and recommendations. Yeah, for the historical background. Yeah, despite the increase of techniques and methodologies for teaching subjects derived from mathematics, there are still problems in learning geometry and understanding basic measurements for first year high school students. In the case of Ecuador, the PISA evaluation test from 2018 established that 70% of the students did not reach the basic level required to understand mathematics and geometry, classifying this issue as a learning challenge with a high level of rejection in the high school curriculum. The next screen is the main problem. Yeah, I would say the main problem is the lack of training for teaching geometry applications in the classrooms. As you can see in the graph, yeah, there are the students with the battery off, yeah, and sometimes, you know, the teaching methodology is not the right one, which ended up frustrating the students, which in the long run generate mental exhaustion and lack of interest. For the next screen, solution and problem foundation, yeah, the solution proposed to handle this problem was to create an interactive software that handles geometric content to find a new way of learning approach through a modeling, visualizing, manipulating, and constructing geometrical shapes, such as points, lines, circles, which present a certain level of difficulty to do manually. It's science very user friendly and can easily contribute to students' cognitive learning. The pattern of problems, yeah, we have divided these problems in 4 stages. Yeah, the first one, what is the current methodology to learn geometry for the first year high school students? The second, what kind of software is needed as a cognitive tool to learn geometry? Third, how the SCRUM methodology applied in software development? And the last one, how software usability is measured. Yeah, for the objectives, yeah, I set up the general objective, which was implementing educational software for learning geometry and measurements for first year's high school students. For the specific objectives, yeah, we said that the first one described the theoretical foundation, current methodology, and geometry related education software at high school level. This objective was based to the current geometry teaching material approved by the Ministry of Education of Ecuador for high schools. The second bullet develop educational software which modules for students and learning monitoring options by teachers through the use of the SCRUM methodology, the Strapi, and the NEXTJS framework. Yeah, we need to realize that SCRUM is an agile development methodology used for software development, which is based on interactive and incremental processes. The Strapi is basically an open source content management system that is based 100% in JavaScript. NEXTJS framework is basically to create a full stack JavaScript application, web applications. And the last one, evaluate education software based on usability standards and determine the app's characteristics to facilitate the learning geometry and measurements for students. The next slide, we'll see the literature review, which indicates, describe the theoretical foundation, the current methodology, and the educational software used for the learning processes of geometry and measurement for secondary education. Yeah, as you can see, there are just 4 web applications for high school students, and it's not only in Ecuador used. This is a worldwide availability. But the GeoGebra is the most widely used geometry program, actually. Yeah, here in Oregon and also in Ecuador, as far as I know. Yeah, and for the literature review, this will present 5 stages that we based on the realization of this research project. The first one is the ways of acquiring skills and knowledge, as well as values, attitude, and emotional reaction. The types of measurements was memoristics and meaningful. The second one explained in a systematic, coherent, and unified way how to learn is that this state is based on theories of learning, behaviorism, cognitivism, constructivism, and connectivism. The third one is the geometric studies, objects such as points, lines, straight lines, triangle, polygons, etc. Yeah, this is based on the cognitive skills, 2 cognitive skills, construction, reasoning, and visualization, which is the main, the number, which is, I would say, the most common used for analyzing the software implementation. Yeah. The first stage is didactic programs with educational functions to develop cognitive skills. The most common used are GEOP, Diagnose, Doctor, Geo, Khan Academy, and GeoGebra, as I mentioned previously. And the last one will classify the educational software in 4 stages, I would say, sub-stages, which are tutorial simulators, programming environment, and authoring tools. And the main characteristics of the software development classification are basically the easy to use. They must be the first one. Yeah. Motivational capacity, focus on the students, and the evaluation. And the last one will be taken via questionnaires to evaluate the software. Methods and techniques. Yeah. The methods and techniques, as I explained it before, we used the SCRUM methodology, and plus with the Strapi, which is a content management system, and the NEXTJS framework. For the the methodology and techniques used for this project, were divided in 3. Analytics, SCRUM, and statistics. And the methodologies applied would be for analytics, documentation review for SCRUM, SCRUM tools like Jira, ClickUp, or other SCRUM tool. And the statistics for evaluating the software would be based on questionnaires. That's basically what we did. The next screen, you can see the SCRUM methodology. Yeah, applied for the Geo-Line development process, where the Agile, SCRUM and ADDE, yeah, analysis, design, development, and evaluation methodologies were used for our project. Yeah, for the next screen, sorry, I'm a little tired. I haven't slept yet. Yeah, and yeah, for this screen, yeah, the Geo-Line concept is defined as an educational software that obtains practical and constructivism learning skills in students. During this phase, a preliminary study was conducted by meeting teachers and students to collect the information that we need, followed by a technical and economical resources for implementing this project. And finally, yeah, we have to do a risk analysis for during the development process of this project. Yeah, this is for the planning. The next, yeah, the planning stage. Yeah, this stage, yeah, was established a functional user, which be the admin user. Yeah, we have to also to schedule different activities to deal with the different subtasks, yeah, that arise with the creation of the project. The people involved within the project, and what kind of roles are assigned to those users, yeah, etc. Yeah, the next screen, yeah, the screen is basically the way of how we created the project. Is basically a summary, yeah. And as you can see, the front end user, yeah, can interact with the APIs and the CDNs, which stand for Content Delivery Networks, and both of them communicate with the content management system. Yeah, for the software that we used for the creation of this software is the SendGrid, yeah, which is an emailing tool, yeah, to send notifications to the end users. S3, the Amazon Storage Services, NEXTJS as a framework based on JavaScript, as I mentioned before. The Strapi Tapeform, which is a web-based platform that can be used to create the surveys, apps, and this was basically focused on instructors and students. Yeah. And Vercel, which was a way of how to load HTML streaming pages faster than the conventional HTML streaming using NEXTJS and Vercel. Yeah, the next screen, you can see the UML modeling. Yeah, I'm going to go through all the details of the tables and the variable naming conventions. Yeah, we use three standards. Yeah, the Pascal case, camel case, and snake case. Yeah, for next, yeah, for the next, this is the software evaluation. That's what we did. Yeah, the software evaluation was based on a lot of questionnaires. Yeah, as I said previously, they were directed to, they were created for students and teachers. Yeah, for software evaluation, yeah, this is a summary of what we did. Yeah, for the questionnaires and the indicators. Yeah, from each one. Yeah, we use a population of 22 in the case of the students. Yeah, and the Likert scale, which is from 1 to 5, being number 1 totally disagree, and number 5 totally agree. And for the data analysis, yeah, we have this diagram that is based on the quizzes, as I said previously, from the pedagogical facility, easy comprehension or understanding, which represent the let me see, the 34.2%, and the other one is the easy to use and facility to operate. Yeah, and the part that is lacking is the people who wasn't who didn't respond to questionnaires. Yeah. Data analysis, this would be basically the usability of the software after the questionnaires, which is 86.82%, which means that the degree of satisfaction is high. Yes, it's highest. Yeah, as you can see in the table. This is a quick demonstration. Yeah, I want to go through. Yeah. This is the Geo-Line landing page. As you can see, yeah, everything is in Spanish, of course, because this was focused for high school students in Ecuador. Yeah, I can go through each one, but I can just pick up one of them. That this is the how to create a general equation for a straight line. Yeah, the good characteristics here, we have a good introduction of what we are doing. Yeah, and also links from extra resources. We have videos on how to use it. Yeah, and the practical. Basically, they jump to use the tool. Yeah, I can track and drop easily, and the equation is basically generating according with the points that I'm moving the straight line. And for the last two slides would be the conclusions. The conclusions is basically the curriculum methodology skills use memorization of formulas and theorems resulting in rote learning. Dynamic geometry tools that works with the web can be integrated into a website, extending the resources of educational software. The Geo-Line usability was determined through descriptive and inferential analysis applied questionnaires to measure the student satisfaction in relation to the educational software. For recommendations, yeah, the section is a stack of technology you want to implement a self-generated persons dynamically based on the roles managed by a content manager. And the last one is this tool can be easily integrated into any LMS system, which could be Blackboard, Canvas, or Moodle. Yeah, that support learning tools interoperability. Yeah, and this can be applied with the SSO technologies, etc. Yeah, and I think so. Yeah, this is the last of this is the end of my presentation.
Thank you very much.